Alright everybody, we are back into this game. It looks like first map is going to be Nepal Village, which is a high ground, low ground mixture of King of the Hill or Control Point, whichever terminology you prefer. We're going to be heading into this match right now with Asylum Gaming coming out with a May Reaper composition, and just like predicted, Ninja is going to be coming out with more of a Goats theme, although they have given up the Diva in favor of the May. Now, both teams having a May means whichever team is currently on the point is going to have a lot more control on who gets in and out. This seems to be why Ninja has been going in early. Ioannis is dropping a little bit lower than he should be. Eden and Celery also dropping, but getting healed a little bit back up the wall, coming in for the side of Ninja, seeing if they can take a little bit more space, but it doesn't fully block everything off. We have Dragon Blade X dropping really low and taken out early by Drex04 with that boop. Dreamduck trying to see if he can get any work done, but the May wall just keeping them off. Seeing if Asylum can get any point presence. Zelaros with the stagger on the Shadow, Introvert with the stagger on the Ghost Wolf. That's pretty unfortunate there. However, it is not over yet. Only 12% on the board as Ninja Pachimari Ninjas will be having the point first. An early fire strike coming in along with a teleporting Reaper up on Eden, but Azar is going to spot him and take him out early. That's a one push they're not going to try and take. They might try and take some more ult charge here, but they're not going to make a serious push with their main DPS down. Pachimari Ninjas just holding themselves at the choke. Azar trying to hop back up, but he's not able to do it. The May wall failing him. He's going to be walking up the long way. Reaper might have time to teleport, but he's not going to take it. Smart move. Oh, but they've taken Eden off the Reaper and now is on the Brigitte, which is going to give him more of a spearhead, but doesn't seem to be helping them much. The Transcendence keeping everybody up. It seems like they've only used the one ultimate and sustained the point. This is really good for Ninja, having only used the one ultimate. However, they might not be able to have the sustainability when Shadow's Graviton Surge comes online. Eden swapping off again from the Brigitte to the Pharah. See if they can get a little bit more poke damage. Fluffy Bobo swapping off the Moira. I can't remember whether he used his ult or not, but in favor of the Mercy to try and get the Pharmacy in to counter this Goats Make composition. The Blizzard is up and ready, waiting. Maywall coming in to separate off the back, but the Graviton Surge is coming in, and we have some trades back and forth. Unfortunately, though, it's not going to be enough. Celery's ultimate is on the point. They might be able to take it, but there's only the Pharmacy, and Pharmacy is not good in close quarters. Azar then throwing out his Maywall, his ultimate just for the zoning, but he doesn't seem to be needing it very much. A very convincing first point, 100-0 from Pachimari Ninjas. Moving into the second map, we have Pachimari Ninjas up 1-0 on Nepal Sanctum. Now, we will be possibly seeing a little bit more, a little bit less Goats comp here. Pachimari Ninjas looks like they're going to try and still run. No, they've got 2 DPS here, the 2-2-2 composition with a Genji and a Widowmaker. They might not stick with it, though, but I will not be surprised if Asylum Gaming chooses to stick with that Roadhog Orisa. The Halt Hook combo is very powerful, especially when the point is right off the edge of a cliff. So we're going to be hopefully seeing some excellent environmental kills off that side. Very frustrating wherever it gets put on. But Azar looks just about ready and willing to deflect those hooks. Shadow with the Halt Hook, but it's going to be eaten up by Zelaros, trying to get some contestation up onto the point. Dreamduck, they're running pretty much full dive here. Ioannis dropping the half health. So with it, same with Introvert. Eden as well. We have the hit scan in that Widowmaker trying to counter the Pharah, but the Pharmacy is going to be there, so he has to land a headshot unless he's going to be able to find 2 body shots in a row. Dragon Blade dropping very low, so one trade, 1-for-1 here. However, one is a main tank, so that seems to be very important. Introvert off to the side, pretty much uncontested. Ghost Wolf being dropped down by Dreamduck. That Mercy by herself is not going to be able to do much. Eden dropping as well. Dreamduck just finding the double here. Possibly also going to be finding Shadow and Fluffy Bobo early, but it is an early take from Asylum Gaming, so if they can get a little bit more percentage, up to 20% here, Azar might be going in deeper for a little bit more of a pick, a little bit more ultimate charge, getting 2 beautiful stagger there, especially on the Celery. He's going to be looking to build that EMP pretty fast. Dream Duck going to be chasing after some more ult charge of his own. He's just about got that Primal Rage, which is not only going to allow for some good sustainability, but also some good environmental kills with that knockback off the edge. You got to remember that this is live Overwatch. The patch is currently live, so the booping and the environmental kills, the CC, it's all going to be way more consistent now. And the Winston diving in for Dream Duck. He's got his bomb, and they've got several ultimates going in at once. That might have been an overcommitment there. They committed 3 ultimates. 4 ultimates there have been committed. They still keep the point, but that is most likely an overcommitment. Celery finding Azar at the end there. Azar will be swapping off, so I guess I can understand the Genji Dragon Blade, but still, including 3 ultimates is maybe not the best idea here. However, on the side of Asylum Gaming, another swap off has been had right after Eden used the barrage. He has switched to Tracer to try and get some more contention on the point. Both teams now running a Tracer against the Roadhog. That's going to be really effective. Shadow is trying to get a little bit more of a point presence here. That Orisa barrier going up forward. Dragon Blade X trying to get a little bit of kills here. Dropping pretty low, but he's got that whole hog to try and pull it out. He's been slept here. 4 people have been EMP'd. Celery dropping pretty low. Azar being able to find the last pickoff. Dragon Blade with 2 kills, trying to find a third, being thrown down. He's got the anti-nade on him, and the rebreather is not going to be enough. Introvert trying to keep the point with Zelaros to try to shut this out. They're trying to make it a 2-0 on Nepal. Gonna see if that can happen. Ghost Wolf getting ready to touch off the edge here. Eden being dropped, and that's pretty unfortunate. Celery coming in on that Reaper, but Ionis is gonna find 2 picks. That's massive. Dream Duck on the Ghost Wolf with the Diva Bomb going in the back, finding Shadow on his way in. Dragon Blade X is going to be seeing if he can get some knockoffs on the point here, but he's going to be thrown off the edge by Drex's boop. Some more consistency there. It's 99 to 20%. Ionis finds... Alright, we're going into the second map here, which obviously is going to be Rialto. With Asylum down 1-0. They're going to be having to pull out some pretty nice stunts to finish this map at a good time. It looks like a pretty substandard by now, I guess, since Ghost has become the meta, but we have a 2-2-2 composition coming in from Pachimari Ninjas. We have the natural good selection between Zarya and Reinhardt with Dream Duck and Zelaros, not in that order. The soldier pick surprises me though. Genji I could kind of see on first point here. The soldier pick is definitely a surprising one to me, and I actually kind of hope that we can see Eden on that Widowmaker as we're coming through. Eden trying to get some sneaky picks, and it looks like Dragon Blade is going to be staying on the Hammond, which is going to be very interesting to see. Celery on that Junkrat trying to get some damage done onto that shield for Dream Duck. If the shield is broken, then Eden has more of an opportunity. Drex dropping pretty low, but not quite falling yet. Zelaros almost suffering the same fate. The Junkrat's going to keep her charged up, but it doesn't matter if she dies. Dream Duck again dropping low, and Celery is almost down here. The real problem with having the Junkrat is going to be if they don't finish Zarya off, because she's going to be at constant high charge, and Shadow's going to get felled here by that high charge Zarya. So they might have to consider swapping Celery off here. Eden is going to be switching onto the Sombra. Celery's going to be staying on to that Junkrat. The Sombra is probably mostly to try and get either Zarya or Reinhardt hacked down, because once the shields are down, it's a firing range for Celery, and he's going to get that Riptire very, very quickly. But Dream Duck has his Earth Shatter, but Shadow is getting there. One ultimate for each side. Two, Ionis does have the Soldier's Tactical Visor. Dragon Blade dropping pretty low, pretty fast. Is he going to be able to get out? Fluffy Bobo definitely coming out with that. And we have Ionis with the Nano Visor coming out, finding Celery really early. Ghost Wolf having to invest that sound barrier. Doesn't seem to be helping him though, because there is a double melt coming in. Triple for Ionis with that Nano boost. And it looks like that's going to be another clean take. Fluffy Bobo and Ghost Wolf both investing support ults there. So it might have been a mistake there, or just a lack of communication with the double support ult investment. Although Fluffy Bobo is already at about 30% up to that support ultimate of Coalescence. So we're probably going to be seeing him getting it back very, very fast, especially with Reinhardt as the main tank. Both tank ultimates online, however, for Asylum. But that's not going to matter if they get chopped up into little bits by a Genji Blade. Finding a triple, maybe a quad, chopping it up. We have Celery, Shadow, Fluffy, and Ghost all being taken out by the Genji Blade. Very fancy stuff. However, they have invested two major ultimates with that Genji Blade and the Zarya Graviton Surge. The only ultimates we have left are in another pair of two. Drex's Sound Barrier, Dream Duck's Earth Shatter. Dragon Blade with the Mind is going to be very restrictive with the movement if he can help that. Celery dropping pretty low. Dream Duck's been hacked out. That's massive. We've got a triple shatter there. If they can capitalize on that. Drex not being able, Drex actually being able to get that sound barrier in on time. Shadow dropping very low, but is he going to be able to make it out? Oh, we have Celery coming out with that tire, but it's not going to be that big. Trades going back and forth, and it does look like Ninja is going to be stabilizing here. 4 members still on the point. And then we're going to be having Genji and Reinhardt coming back. Lucio's going to speed them back, but for now they're at a disadvantage because the spawn advantage definitely goes towards Asylum Gaming. We have Dragon going in for that. Oh, and a 6-man EMP! This is a massive opportunity. Introvert dropping low. Flush and Fluffy Bobo. Celery finding Dream Duck. That's their main tank down. If they can finish off this fight quickly and take out Zelaros, which they do, then they might just have an opportunity here. Dream Duck has been reset back to point. He might be able to get here and contest, but it doesn't look like it. Genji is going to have to be the one to touch point along with the Lucio. Azar with the Nano Blade coming into EMP. Char up some victims. They get 3 picks. They're going to stabilize. They're going to hold first point. This is incredible. Dragon Blade, the only one left on point. He's been slept and then visored. That's a complete team kill. Not at all what Asylum wanted to see there. Beautiful play coming in from Azar and Introvert.
Score 0-0. Switching sides.
Now we're going to be hopefully seeing a good hold here from Asylum Gaming. They're going to need it if they don't want to go into the end into halftime being 2-0 down. That's just an unfortunate lookout for them. They're going to need a serious turnaround, the mega comeback, which is not unheard of, but we're going to be seeing if that can happen. Eden was really doing very well in terms of the Somber, getting some hacks and then not dying. The Translocator serving him very well. Unfortunately, there was only 1 EMP built in the entirety of first point. So that 1 EMP was really what they won the game, won that match off of. So if he had switched early, maybe they could have gotten 2 EMP pushes, but unfortunately that didn't happen. But if we look over at Pajama Ninjas, Zelaros and Dream Duck have really been a fantastic duo, making space for their team. So they're going to be the unsung heroes in my opinion. But if you want to look back at people who are definitely going to be up there, I would absolutely say that Introvert and Azar have been performing their hearts out. Introvert getting a nano boost just about every 2 seconds. Azar with fantastic Dragon Blades. He's really what saved the entirety. Both of them actually working together is what saved the entirety of first point. We have a pause coming in here, but it looks like it was a mistake. We're going to be unpausing here. Seeing 30 seconds until time starts. Shadow looks like is going to be playing the off tank with Dragon on the main tank. Pretty decent lineup coming in for Asylum. They're trying to run that 2-2-2. And Eden is running that far. We have the Pharmacy going, trying to deal with any kind of Goats composition that could be coming on, but it doesn't look like a Goats composition is going to be coming. Zelaros, Azar dropping really low. Several members for the side of Ninja dropping very low. The Farah duel in the air right now. Pharmacy, Eden dropping low. 2 rockets in one after another are gonna be what they need to take out one early. But Eden just raining those rockets down, already up to 40% on the ultimate charge. Celery finding the first pick off on the Dream Duck. That's really gonna mess up their ultimate percentages. Dream Duck at 12% on the Earth Shatter, and Dragon on 90. That's massive. Just one massive fire strike. One fire strike of one person is pretty much all they need to get that Earth Shatter online, and there you go. Eden at 52%. That combination could be huge. Again, with the ultimate charges going over to Fluffy Bobo, we have him with almost Coalescence. He's got Coalescence. Shadows being hacked out, and Eden finding the pick on the Ionist. That's going to be massive because they're not going to be able to build up that EMP, which is pretty much the game-winning ultimate. Dream Duck, however, taking Celery for a ride. It was pretty even. Dragonblade finding the pick on the Zelaros. Introvert being taken back up, and Eden going for that fantastic barrage, not dying. Oh, I spoke too soon. Apologies for the caster curse there, Eden, but you're going to be rezzed. It's all okay. Azar finding him in the end there. He's stationary target in the sky. It's not that hard. And we do still have one ultimate for the side of Asylum. They have that Earth Shatter, and it looks like we're going to be coming onto Valkyrie pretty soon. Introvert and Zelaros both being taken off by Eden with a massive boop. That's bought them a ton of time. However, Ninja, Pachimari Ninja just about has every ultimate. Ionist switch off onto the McCree to try and deal with Eden. Eden taken out again, though, by Azar. They're going to have to invest that Resurrection. Going to try and get something done with that, but it might not happen. One ultimate thrown in by Drex, which is the Valkyrie. The Earth Shadow going in, finding 3. Shadow dropping very low. Azar with the barrage coming in. That's really unfortunate. Azar with the late nano. That might have not been a good idea. And Dream Duck being thrown in there, finding another on Celery. Ionist with Ghost Wolf. They're going to need to come back and contest. Dragon Blade X is going to have that Shadow. They're going to have a lot of ultimates lined up, so they can probably pull what happened with Pachimari Ninjas from the last game. They're going to have to try and come in and contest here. Dragonblade with that Earth Shatter. He's had it for a long time. Ionist finding Ghost Wolf. That's massive, but they don't contest. And Pachimari Ninjas is going to take the second game 1-0. That's really unfortunate. A lot of ultimates online there for Asylum, and I really think they could have contested, but unfortunately that just didn't happen. Azar, this is probably going to be what happened at the very end there, and they're going to get that Dragonblade kill, finding 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 with 1 dash. You're going to be seeing maybe more. Hammond gets taken out way later. That was just a beautiful play from Azar. 2 Dragonblades, 9 Dragonblade kills. And we're going to go to a halftime break now. We're going to come back later in about 5 minutes and see if Asylum can step up their game. Hello, everybody, and welcome back from halftime. I am your solo caster, Platinum Thistle, with the Pachimari Ninja versus Asylum gaming game. Right now, Asylum are down 2-0. Ninja just playing their hearts out here tonight, and I have a special guest for you. Coming straight off the console scene, we have Sneaky Boy. He is a Grandmaster player from the U.S. region, and he's got some insight on this game that we've been watching. What does Ninja need to do to stay on top here? What do they need to watch out for Asylum bringing out?
Well, I think that especially what they need to watch out for is Eden, because what Eden was doing on Rialto especially was using a lot of kills on that far on defense. He was the major problem, right? You saw him with the double boop onto the Mercy McCree. He was doing a lot of double kills. His ult's very fast, and especially with that Sombra play. Now, here's the thing with the Sombra, especially with her EMP. It can be an amazing ult or a terrible ult. And if you go back to Nepal on Sanctum, right, during that fight, Eden had his EMP. He dropped down the point. Now, the fact was, his team was slightly lower than they should have been, so they died when that EMP went off. Dragonblade did do his best to try and capitalize with that hog getting 2 picks, but it was just too little too late.
And what does Asylum need to do in order to step up their game here? What should they be trying to do to make their own lives a little bit easier?
Well, for starters, they really need to pick off Dream Duck. He's been popping off on Reinhardt. He's been hitting shatter after shatter, and it's been absolutely insane. And also, Zelver's on that Zarya. He's been consistently on high charge. So if you take him out of the fight, that's a primary damage dealer gone completely.
Absolutely. And if people who are listening say that Caster Curse does not exist, I'd like to point to that instance right there. You said that Dream Duck needed to be taken out in order for Asylum to gain any ground. The second you said that, the one kill Asylum got was on Dream Duck. So I'd just like to keep that out there. What should we be seeing here in terms of their ultimate usage? What has Asylum been doing poorly here, and what has Ninja been doing well with their ultimate usage?
Well, Ninja has definitely been doing well. Like on a Rialto, they would use 2 ults at a time, so that way by the time they used those final 2 ults, the original 2 they used would be back online. Now, Asylum, especially on Nepal, I saw them use a Mei ult that had no value at the end of the fight, just completely go to waste. And with your ultimates, you have to make sure that they count. You can't just throw them in to say, oh, it's a last-ditch effort, I think I can do this. It has to be, my team is here, I can combo, this is winnable.
Right. And unfortunately, Dragonblade just wasted an Earth Shatter. He was very low and saw a little bit of an opening and unfortunately went for it. And that's a wasted ultimate right there. Dragonblade is now going to have to build up another ultimate. Shadow does not have the Graviton Surge. The ultimates that are going to be coming online for Asylum are going to be Ghost Wolf, Soundbearer, and Fluffy Bobo's Self-Destruct. For the side of Ninja, we probably have Graviton Surge, we have the Blizzard, and we have the Sound Barrier. How is Ninja doing in terms of their ultimate economy versus Asylum? What does Asylum need to do now?
Well, Asylum definitely, as I was saying, they need to hit those wombo combos. They need to just time their ultimates perfectly. They need to shatter and then follow up with a Diva Bomb or grab Diva Bomb. Something that will decimate the lineup of the enemy team.
Now, Fluffy Bobo has just eaten Azar's Blizzard, so they no longer have that big ult. Does Asylum have an opening here?
I definitely think that they do, but that's the thing with the Blizzard. It is a huge ultimate, but it can still be fine because Mei can still freeze by herself, and even a freeze onto just a simple target is still gonna mess up your fight.
Into the iris.
Okay, we've got Celery's been taken for a ride from Dream Duck. Dragonblade trying to find a little bit in. He's got a shatter here, finding pretty much every single member. Dragonblade dropping very, very low, though. It's gonna need to be healed up. It looks like we got some stabilization here coming from Pachimari Ninjas. They got a D-Mech on Fluffy Bobo, and it looks like Pachimari Ninjas are just gonna stabilize here. Asylum not really gaining any ground whatsoever, even though they had the complete upper hand. Eden now has the nano boost, but they're going to need to touch in order for that to happen. Ghost Wolf is just touched. He's been killed down in the backline, though. No touch coming in from Dragonblade, being killed just short of it. Really, what happened there? Asylum was really high up. They got a lot of picks. Why was Asylum not able to finish that off?
Well, I definitely think that it was just a bit of maybe miscommunication, and they just thought that they could definitely like get into the point. But that's the thing, when you have someone trying to touch, like definitely what I've done in the past is I've tried to just charge into that point. But it doesn't always work because you're taking so much damage as a Reinhardt that's charging, and you have no way to mitigate that, especially if your Diva is demeched, and it can be really just a terrible idea.
Okay, and in terms, in your opinion, what do you think is the standout player on both teams for you? Who is doing the best, do you think?
For me, the standout player for Pachimari Ninjas is definitely Dream Duck. I feel like he's been doing a lot of work, getting a lot of shatters built up quickly, and getting a lot of value out of them. And then on Asylum, I feel like definitely Fluffy Bobo on that Diva was doing a great job, especially in that Mei ultimate, as you said. And all of that. He's definitely been doing good on every role he's really played.
Hmm. And you did mention Eden before. Do you think it's a smart idea to switch Eden from the role that they were on before and now onto a support role, a main support at that, playing Ana?
I don't feel like that's the best idea. I feel like it would be much better to have Fluffy on that support role and have Bo and have Eden on either a DPS role or on that Diva, because he's been doing really good at getting the kills. I feel like that his potential is being underused on a support role, and that while on Ana he can land the shots because he does have a great aim.
Hmm.
But I just feel that if he were able to deal more damage, they definitely have a better chance of winning these fights.
Okay, and what player do you think should be stepping up a little bit on either team? What player needs to pull themselves up and try a little harder, do you think?
Well, on the side of Ninja, I don't really feel like anyone has been performing like necessarily poorly and needs to improve. I feel like they've all been doing well. Their cohesiveness is great. They're working together as a team. It's been great play from them. And on the side of Asylum, I feel like no individual player is that wrong. I feel like it's just a matter of keeping your teammates alive.
Score.
It seems to be the struggle, especially like splitting up is really starting to, like, if you split your team, the healers are only be able to heal a certain amount of people that are with them, and then you lose someone, and that's the end of the fight.
And have you noticed anyone in particular that's getting picked off first in most fights? Anyone who's most out of position going into fights?
Normally what I'm seeing is that Dragon Blade is slightly out of position. Majority of fights he's either a little bit too far up or a little bit too far back, letting his team take a lot of the damage or getting himself killed very fast and early. And honestly, as a Reinhardt, that should not be happening. You need to be with your team at all times. You should really just be protecting them. That is one of your jobs, as you have the shield.
And do you think that that the composition has anything to do with it? Should Asylum be switching up their composition for what they're running? Because what we have now, it looks like it looks most like Ninja is probably going to be sticking to a goats composition, a Sombra goats composition, with Zelaros on that Sombra. Ianos is actually going to be on the Zarya, which is surprising me a little bit. Zelaros has been their Zarya player recently. Why do you think they would have done that? Why do you think they've switched off Ianos off the Sombra and put him on Zarya and have Zelaros on Sombra?
I feel like they're doing this because they have some kind of trick play up their sleeve, like just because I feel like Ianos, he could do something on the Zarya, and Zelros, his play has been absolutely stunning. And on this Sombra role, he has the potential to get behind that team, hack the Reinhardt, and set up a great shatter for Dream Duck.
Now, what can Asylum be doing here? What's their best play in order to full hold this first point?
Their best play is going to be picking off Zelros. That is going to be their best play. If he's on that Sombra, if you take him out of the fight every time, there's nothing you can do. Stunning out his EMP with the Brig is especially helpful. Diva with her unlimited ammo can just keep spraying around. If they know that Ninjas is running a Sombra, they can just look for him constantly. If he gets out of position and gets killed, that's the end of every fight.
Mm-hmm. Something that I've noticed here is that Dragon Blade seems to be on low health and stay there. Eden seems to be a little bit reluctant to put that Harmony Orb on him. Either that or there seems to be a bit too much spreading or not enough damage coming in from Celery. But Dragon Blade seems to be constantly at low health. Is this a fault of the DPS, or is this a fault of the support, or is this a communication error?
This is probably most likely a fault of the supports, in the fact that you need to keep your Rhine alive, as I said, to help mitigate damage. Although Diva can do that, her fencing tricks is limited and does have has a pretty long recharge time, whereas Reiner has a 2000 HP shield and that's highly effective. And if you keep him healed up, then your team is going to be staying alive majority of the fights, unless he gets, well, charged.
And Pachimari Ninjas are now taking this game. They've taken it 3-0, and we will be going on to the fourth map here because map score matters in the Rose League. But this was a very convincing match from the side of Pachimari Ninjas. They've just been dominating all throughout. We have a nice play of the game here from Introvert. And we see some really nice stats here. We have Zelaros with a 70% average energy charge, which is really, really good, especially for a Zarya player. And quite frankly, I'm very impressed. Now, the last thing I'm going to ask you here, Sneaky, is for this last map, should Asylum be switching, looking to play on Hanamura or Horizon?
Now, based on their playstyle, I feel like Hanamura should be the pick because they've been seeming to play a bit out of position. And if you can basically run dive goats majority of the time on Hanamura because of the way the map is set up with high ground on either side of first point, and you'll be able to spread out more and be able to crush in on a team that's running standard goats.
Okay, and we're going to be having a little bit of a team discussion here. Going back and forth, Asylum trying to figure out what they're going to be running. And I think what we're going to be doing is we're going to go to a quick little break here, going to go to the scoreboard and wait until we end up getting put back into map 4. So I'll see you then. All right, everybody, we are back with the Asylum v Pachimari Ninjas game. Pachimari Ninjas is up 3-0 right now. This is going to be the last map we're going to be playing here on Hanamura. We just had the special guest come in, Sneaky Boy. He was talking about how he thought the Asylum could rectify this and make it a 3-1 and not a 4-0. He also said they should pick Hanamura, and that's where we're at right now. They have a somber strategy coming out of the gate, which could be very interesting to see, getting them right on point. They're going to go straight there. Shadow dropping very low, and he's going to be taken out very quickly. That's unfortunate. Fluffy Bobo dropping very low as well. He could be taken out at any second. He's falling in the back. He's way in the back. Celery trying to get back there without dying, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. He might just be able to escape, and is he going to be able to? He is. A new and newfangled item here is going to be, we have Azar on the Doomfist, which is very rare to see, and I'm quite happy to see it.
Thank you.
Azar is going to be taking a high position just to scout out the area a little bit. Celery spotting him and peppering him a little bit. Just doing about 2 damage there, just to get him off the high ground, tell him that he notices him. Eden dropping very low. They're probably going to try and place that teleporter again just to get them off point. Oh, they're placing it up on the high ground to take it early. Celery dropping really low. He's not quite going to die yet. That Wraith form, very important. Shatter coming in, finding 2 or 3 targets there. Massive shatter from Dream Duck. He's doing a fantastic job. Celery's being taken out with that rocket punch in the end. Really unfortunate. And Eden is probably going to be hit with the stagger here from Azar. That double kill, or the double combo with the seismic slam and uppercut. Just really unfortunate all around. Eden was discorded there, and they're going to forego that projected barrier in favor of the Widowmaker. This is a really good idea. The ultimate economy does not matter as much as having a very solid ranked lineup. And Eden is going to be finding a couple shots, 15% on that tactical visor. Shadow dropping to about half health, but they will find Azar going a little bit farther forward than he should. Get slept by Fluffy Bobo. Graviton Surge going in, not quite finding anybody yet. Shadow turning his shield every which way, seeing if he can find some place to cover, but he's not going to be able to. Eden finding the head of Introvert there, just taking him out real quick. No stagger for the side of Eden. Dragon Blade is going to be switching onto the Roadhog from the Wrecking Ball after using that ultimate. Finding Azar. It's a massive opening pick. They might just be able to get on here. Celery looking to get some early point presence on. Eden firing off a couple shots. Zelaros dropping pretty low, but he's got that orb of armor. The Transcendence coming in pretty early. And Shadow, 99% on that Earth Shatter, might just try and use it. They have that other pick off. They might not need this here. Falling. to Eden's fist. Eden very low with the infrared sight up. Shadow being nano boosted. They're throwing everything they can at this point. They have to take it now if they bang. This is really a pretty good start here. Unfortunately, it does seem as if Pachimari ninjas are going to be able to stabilize. 2 ticks have been taken for the side of Asylum Gaming. Eden is going to be up on top, sniping from the high ground. A Riptire going in, see if they can find anyone. Not going to be able to find anyone, but Introvert is going to find Celery's head. Eden returning the favor onto Drex04. Ionis with a knock flail and a double kill for this. Oh, no touch. That's really unfortunate. Now, all that Pachimari ninjas have to do to take this 4-0 is going to be to get 66.7% of progress on first point.
Initiating match.
All right, we are going to be looking to see if Asylum Gaming can hold off for 66% of that point. Pachimari Ninjas is going to be trying to prove that they can take it. Dream Duck possibly going to be on that Hammond. We might have 1 tank, 4 DPS, 1 support meta coming in here. Since they're up 4-0 and they don't have very much to take, they're probably going to be experimenting a little bit. Azar on that Pharah, Zelaros on the Sombra, and quite frankly, I'm really excited to see how this turns out because it's a meta that I've been pretty interested in for a while. Shadow and Dragon Blade pulling that double shield composition, having that extra bunker. Eden with the hit scan. He's going to be the only hope they have to deal with this Pharah just about, unless Shadow can land his hits. Ghost Wolf a little bit out of position, almost gets taken out by the enemy Widowmaker. Celery, not a lot of sustainability coming in for the side of Pajama Ninjas, or not Pajama Ninjas, Pachimari Ninjas. Ghost Wolf finding the res on Celery, but it doesn't seem to be mattering very. The picks are pretty even on. On both sides, we're gonna have Ghost Wolf dropping pretty low. Shadow and Ghost Wolf, the only ones in that side, trying to find Ghost Wolf. He's dropping to about half health, and it looks like they've cleared the point. And they're gonna at least take first tick before they get there. But Dream Duck with the knockback, it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to get there in time. Oh, they do! Fluffy Bobo's been hacked out, but Dragon Blade X is gonna be on point, dropping very low. The infrared sight going to allow them to see their enemies' disappointed faces as they lose 4-0. I'm going to be taking a look at the play of the game here. Introvert getting another play of the game. I believe play of the game series so far. I mean, cheeky shooting through that hole, finding Fluffy Bobo. That Earth Shatter, fantastic job. And you can see pretty much where a lot of things went wrong here. There was excellent coordination in Introvert. You could see him discording targets, and everyone would go for that target. Obvious communication there. And not quite as good communication coming in for the side of Asylum Gaming. Although they have not left the series yet, they will still have more games ahead of them. And we will hopefully be speaking to their manager, Adrift, right after this. of Asylum Gaming and fun, but all right, everybody, welcome to the post-game interview. I have been Platinum Thistle, solo casting tonight, and I've had a lot of fun, but for right now, we're going to ignore that last game, and right now we're going to talk to the manager of Asylum Gaming, and I have my special guest here as well. Say hi, both Adrift and Sneaky Boy. Say hi.
How you doing?
Hello.
Okay, Adrift, you said you wanted to address some of the performance issues that you saw in your game. Why don't you tell us a bit about that?
All right. So basically, the players that we had to put together, it was a lot of the roles that we had to work with didn't really work well. We had about like 3 supports, like only really one DPS. Like it just wasn't really gonna work out because the guy that we wanted to play, his power went out pretty much right before the game.
Mm, mm. That's really unfortunate. It's good that you did find someone to come in though, so that it wasn't a forfeited match.
Yes, but we had to sub in with a support, and he was a DPS, so it was kind of tough to have good compositions there. And then also, we just hadn't practiced that group of people too much, like
Mm-hmm.
specifically, and just the shot calling wasn't really there because of it.
So, what this guy that was missing, was he your previous shot caller?
He did a good amount of it, but also it was more that he sort of was like the in-game sort of leader where
Mm-hmm.
basically like we've been working a lot on our target killing and focusing those targets,
Yeah.
and I mean if you really looked, like you would see that that really wasn't there tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and it's mainly just because we didn't really have him there to help get everyone to focus those targets.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's very obvious to me, and probably to Sneaky Boy as well, that you have some real talent on this team. The problem was really just with the coordination. So, going into your next match, what are you going to be looking to improve in this coordination? Is it going to mostly be shot calling and targeting?
I mean, yeah, of course, and hopefully we'll have the players that we'd like to have. Mainly, there's a few mistakes that I want us to iron out as a team. I think there were a lot of times that the players were making bad decisions about whether to die or try to escape after a fight's lost.
Mm-hmm.
We got to work on that. Uh, our tanks tend to get a little bit aggressive at the wrong time and defensive at the wrong times. So we're also
Right.
going to try to work on that. And overall, just trying to make better decisions about compositions at times.
Mm-hmm. So really what I'm hearing here is that you guys practice certain compositions. You guys tried your heart out on those certain compositions, and right before the game started, you were forced to abandon that and go with a whole new game plan.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's really unfortunate because I could definitely tell that you guys are not a bad team. It's just coordination was a little bit off, and it's really unfortunate. So I'm gonna go to Sneaky Boy here. Or do you have anything to add for the end of this game?
Not really. I feel like everything that's been said is, accurate. I definitely feel like it is definitely unfortunate that your player lost power before the game, and you had to put in another support player to take out a DPS. And definitely with the communication was definitely off, especially in that support line. Whether to either go aggro with the tank line or try and stay back and survive.
One thing that I would suggest is probably something that you're probably already working on, but calling ults before you enter the fight. Is that something that you have been working on, or is that a new concept?
That's something that I have mentioned, but it hasn't really been happening. Especially, I have mentioned it to necessarily that specific group of players.
Right.
Our main guy who was doing that was playing tonight because of the power.
Right. Well, thank you very much for coming on, and we're gonna end the stream here. Thank you to both of you for coming on as guests and talking during this. I'm Platinum Thistle. This is Adrift, Sneaky Boy, and our producer here was Silent Marine. So I want to extend a quick thank you to him. And good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.